Good afternoon. How y'all doing today? I'm putting out another one today. Woo! A little warm today. Heading toward the house. You know, going to work and making a dollar. I'm just sitting here thinking about the world and how God intended us to live, and how this world has gone so against God's plan to the point where we live differently than what God had designed. You know, I always think about the day God had designed the day, 8 hours for work to support our family, to provide the needs that we need, 8 hours for our family, and then 8 hours, you know, to rest and to worship God and serve God. You know, we've completely distorted God's plan, how He set the world up. We are more concerned today with making a dollar so we can pay bills and be at the beck and call, at the mercy of someone else. You know, and I know of people that lived their entire life and didn't live a full life. You know, they worked every moment of the day, not because they wanted to, but because they have to, because that's what the world says for them to do. You know, I got caught in that rat race for a while, and you know, working 2 or 3 jobs to make it, and never seeming to, no matter how much I worked, never seeming to have enough money to get what I wanted to get. And I came to a realization when I quit working all the time, when I was working those 2 or 3 jobs, and I said, no more, I'm going to be home, be with my family. And we struggled. There ain't no doubt about it. We struggled. But we became richer for that. My wife and I both became teachers. I began to preach. And slowly but surely, we began to reap the blessings that God had for us, that we have been too busy to accept. You see, that's one thing. The world will trick us into thinking we've got to spend our life working for it, to chase what it calls success. And if we simply followed God's plan and we trusted God to keep His promises, to do what He said He was going to do, we began to be blessed so much that we begin to realize that God is the one in charge. God is the one fixing it. Well, if you put your blinker on. But anyway, to get back to what I was talking about, God is the one that will take care of us if we let Him. And the problem is, we don't let Him. We become more concerned with what the world says is success, high-paying job, high stress, having the good things in life, instead of enjoying life. And that's what I'm doing. I'm enjoying life. Yes, I'm still working. I'm retired now from the public school. I still preach, still got a church, and I'm still working. Yet I'm still enjoying life. Now, this weekend, I had a pretty rough weekend. And that what got me thinking about all this. I have begun to let stress get back into my life. And my blood pressure was up like 190 over 105, you know, and I was feeling awful and terrible. I couldn't come into work Monday or Tuesday. And I realized, you know what? There is nothing more important than my health and my service to God, that I don't need to let stress of a new headmaster that is trying to take a private school and turn it into a public school irritate me to the point that I am stressing. I let it go. I went and got some new blood pressure medication yesterday from my friend. We went to school together, and that basically the same thing he said. And I'm going to teach the way I want to teach. I'm going to do what I want to do. And at the end of the year, I'm going home, and I'm going to be on my place. I'm going to have my little sawmill that I'm going to be running at my own pace. I'm going to do my things the way I want, when I want. And I'm going to live my life for God and not for the world. Folks, that's what we got to do. We got to live our life for God and not the world. We cannot take the 8 hours that He has set aside for Himself and shortchange Him. We have 8 hours for rest and family, 8 hours for work, and 8 hours for service. You can look at it like that. I've come to the conclusion that 24 hours is His to use the way He wants to use it. But what I'm trying to get across to y'all is that what the world says we should be doing, the model that the world has for us, is not the model God created. It's not the model God set up. You know, and every day I get to come. Let me flip this around. You know, I get to come to work. Look at the beauty. Look at what God has created for us. How wonderful that is. Let me flip. How wonderful that is. But you know, there are people that cannot take the time, even driving home from work, to see the beauty of God in the world. Because they're so caught up in what the world says is what we should have, what we should be, what we should do. Guys, I'm telling you right now, get the Bible, read the Bible, and follow God's plan for your life. The only change will be is that you'll look at work differently. Instead of stressing at work, you'll realize that you're there for a purpose and for a reason. That you're not working for the company, you're not working for the man, you're working for God. And it'll give you a whole different outlook on the job, on life. Because if I'm working for God while I'm at work, then when I'm at home, I'm spending time with my family, with God. And I can let the world go. That's what we need in our lives. That's what we need in our nation. We need to let the world go and live as God has called us to live, as He designed, as He designed us to live. Well, you know, this is the second time this week I was able to put out a video. So it's been wonderful. I've been sort of enjoying riding by myself and putting the video out for y'all. If you like this, let me know. But I will say this: go out today, serve God, look for God's blessing, receive God's blessing, and more importantly, be a blessing to others through God. Until the next time, God bless you.